The pump covers are on, mate. The calluses are hard. The waistbands are tightening. And the calories are up. You know what that means, boys and girls?
Big Boy Mountain.
Merry Bulkmass.
Oh. Merry Bulkman.
Season's greetings, man.
Just fatness.
Just fatness.
I got a confession.
Okay.
Basically, I don't know how to say this, but I've got an addiction.
Mate, you didn't need to wait to tell me on the podcast. We could have had this in private.
I know, but sugar just gets me, and I'm addicted.
What's the main vice? What's the demon?
Everything and everything. It's out of control these past 2 weeks.
Have you been keeping up with your workouts?
No. No. Left my gym.
When was the last time you went?
2 weeks ago. Left. Do you know why? And that's really sad. But I couldn't get on anything ever. And I got fed up. So I changed gyms. We just signed up to today. Go me. And yeah, I think I need therapy about sugar. Because I think I'm fully addicted. And having children does not help. Because I'm scranning everything.
Because they're just little sugar demons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scran down every day. Give me all the sugar.
Well, I mean, mate, yeah. It's disappointing that you have this addiction. From here, every step of the way. You have my full support. Just get your fat ass back in the gym, yeah? But no, in all seriousness, I'm glad that you're not at that JD gym anymore.
Oh, it's terrible.
It was awful.
Unless they want to sponsor us. And I'll join back. As long as there's no membership fee.
Free entry.
Yeah.
Well, no, mate, how you been?
Terrible.
In all seriousness.
Terrible.
Terrible.
I hate myself. And this is the thing. This is the last thing I wanted to do. Was come on here and just be like, oh, I'm sticking to a diet. And then I it.
He's lying to you all.
I'm not. I'm lying to myself. I'm lying to the man in the mirror.
MJ quotes.
Yes. Sick of myself. I think I need to get back into meditation. Meditation and fasting. I was so much better. It just sticking to that. Like at the minute, I genuinely think I'm addicted. Like genuinely. I mean that seriousness.
To sugar.
Yeah. And we know it's an addiction.
I think it's a hard time of year as well. I think everywhere that you look, there's something to shove in your trap.
Yeah, German market's creeping.
Well, not even that. You just wake up in the morning and there's this magical little box sellotaped to your kitchen door, and you open one and there's a little chocolate inside.
Who doesn't love an advent calendar? You got one.
I've got a grenade one.
Merry Bulkmass indeed.
Yeah, mate. It's not a gimmick. I'm living it for real. Yeah, no, for sure. Like every day you get a different flavored protein bar. It's delicious.
Jingle dumbbells.
I meant it, mate, when I said it. Merry Bulkmass.
Merry Bulk. I've never heard that.
No.
That has to be a jumper.
Copyright.
You see, get it
You
down.
heard it here first.
Get on the old.
But no, I love this time of year. Mainly because I love food, and like I just take the opportunity to just devour everything in sight. And for a little while, it feels good. You know, when the weights are shifting more than they did.
Clanging and banging.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But I'm still strong.
Wow.
That was Embarrassing.
We're 10 episodes in now.
10?
10 episodes in. And, sometimes I do get a little bit bored of our voices. I can't imagine how the listeners feel.
They love it, apparently.
Well, yeah, they do.
I just want to say thank you again. I know this is like beating a dead horse, but me.
I think we need to start getting some guests in, mate. Mix things up. Add some new voices in, some fresh meat. So who you got in your little black book?
Well, celebrities.
Yeah.
Apart from wrestlers. Not a lot.
None.
I met a strong man a few weeks ago.
Yeah, at work.
First day at the job, there was an event over the road at the Dome. Strongman event. And a strongman came into where I work.
Who's this?
Should we name him?
Yeah. There's a story behind it, so yeah, you've got to.
Okay, a strongman by the name of Lawrence Charlo. So, I'm a fan of this guy, and so is my wife. Strongman. Went from a strongman phase.
I hear he's a fan of your wife.
Apparently so. Right. So, I made a passing comment to a man at work, an older bloke, and I said, me and my wife are a big fan of it. He likes my wife's Instagram pictures. No. No. See? And he took that as, like that. No. Maybe he's just been supportive of like a gym life or a progress.
Okay.
And so he's like, call him over for a selfie. I'm not doing that toss. And then this guy goes, mate, come here. He's coming over now. He walks over, his big self. I was like, are you Lawrence Charlo? He's like, yeah. And this guy we work with just pipes out. So he says you like his wife's Instagram pictures. I've never been so embarrassed on the spot.
Was he alone?
He knows with his wife, bro.
Brilliant.
She stood right there. I make eye contact with his wife because I know the grief that poor bloke is going to get through that tournament now. Like, imagine that. Someone says that in front of your missus. Your day, your week.
He's got to deactivate that account.
Oh, yeah. He's never going to make a comment again.
No.
Ever?
He's deleted the app.
He's still
Gone.
He's probably going to retire. So, yeah. Who have you got in your celebrity black book?
Honestly, no one. I think the closest I've recently been into celebrities spending 2 hours in the US Embassy queue next to ITV's Stephen Mulhern.
of CITV fame?
In for a penny, mate.
In for a pound? What was he doing there?
Getting a visa, I imagine.
Where was he going?
I can only imagine filming Anton Deck's Saturday Night Takeaway in Florida.
Some Universal Studio types.
Yeah, exactly that, mate. But yeah, other than that, slim pickings.
Do you remember we had almost had lunch with a beast from The Chase?
The biggest human I've ever seen with my own eyes. Huge.
And we were at a wrestling show.
Yeah,
big guys
men,
there.
like stars that everyone would know.
Mm.
And then we're there standing next to the beast. Massive.
Beast of a man.
Beast of a man.
For fingers.
We'll come on to that later on.
Right. So how's your week been?
I look forward to this week every single year.
Every single year?
Yeah, every single year. Because it's Spotify Wrapped week.
Oh.
Yeah. Absolutely love it.
I didn't know that was a thing till this year.
That's shocking, that is, man.
I know. It's because I'm above 30 now. And I'm presuming by your t-shirt, Avril Lavigne is number one next to Taylor Swift.
No.
Did you take a picture of your list?
I've got my list, yeah, but thanks for picking up on my t-shirt, mate. I do appreciate it. Big fan.
It's actually a good t-shirt.
No, thank you. Avril Lavigne, The first ever person that I ever saw in concert, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah, first 2 albums are phenomenal. Let Go and Under My Skin, incredible.
Do you know why you first saw in concert?
Go on.
Wolf Mother.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a curveball.
I know, yeah. Good. Does anyone know who that is?
Woman.
Woman! I saw it with my disabled auntie.
Oh.
Yeah. Disabled section. Guarantee good seats.
Did you meet him?
Nah.
So it wasn't Make-A-Wish.
Nah, it wasn't Make-A-Wish. Although my ticket was technically a comp.
Was it?
Yeah. Wolf Mother. Woman.
So Spotify Wrapped.
Go on.
I thought it'd be good for us to go through our Wrapped together. I mean, music. I mean, for me, I've been open about it anyway. Like, music is a massive thing for my mental health. You know, I've been open with how much I use it as kind of a crutch. If I'm feeling a certain way in a day, I'll just lock myself away, put Spotify on, and just belt out some tunes, and it instantly makes me feel better, even if it's momentarily. Rely on music when I'm at the gym massively to, you know, give me that extra bit of oomph. So yeah, my Spotify is constantly on. I mean, I don't know your relationship with music. I'm not sure whether you listen to much or...
Yeah, I do. I think I haven't wrote them down, but this is off memory. Most listened to song is...
So you haven't brought it to the table?
1 second. Where's my phone? Oh, shit.
He's already ruined it. He didn't get the memo.
1 second. I did. 1 second. I'm just looking at something.
He's trying to find his Spotify rap right now.
Yeah. 2 seconds.
He's doing his homework whilst he's in class. Unbelievable.
We're on telly. Right. My most listened to song.
Okay. I was going to say we'll go 5-1, but go on, mate. It's fine.
Come on. What?
We'll go backwards. 5 to number 1, but go ahead.
Okay. Most listened to song, Son of a Sinner by Jelly Roll.
Okay.
Love a bit of Jelly Roll. Who doesn't?
Me.
Sad. Need to educate yourself.
I've actually never listened to him.
Can I play you a song right now?
No, because then we won't be able to monetize the video.
Sorry, guys.
Being honest.
Okay, go on. You shoot from yours.
Right, so I'll go top artists and then top songs.
Okay.
Top artists at number 5, Slayer.
Okay.
80s thrash metal. Number 4, Pale Waves. Kind of a newish band. And another, relatively newish band. Number 3 is Blocks. I don't expect you to have Blocks.
Mega Blocks.
Spelt similarly. Number 2, Lamb of God.
Okay. I expected that.
And then I think we all know who number 1 is.
Hammer Smash Face.
The Queen herself, Miss Taylor Swift.
And here we go. Yep. I thought we'd get through one episode.
Well, I mean, I've said it multiple times. It's the unofficial Taylor Swift fan cast.
We're not.
I'm in the top 4% of listeners worldwide.
Really?
Yeah. Which I thought was wild.
4%.
Top 4% of listeners. So yeah, unsurprising. Taylor Swift is my top artist of the year, as she is for many other people. She was actually Spotify's number 1 artist of the year.
Well, mine, I've got number 5, AEW entrance music.
The thing is, he's probably making it up, but it's also accurate.
Okay. Number 4, Luke Combs. It's a country singer. Don't know if you know who that is.
I've heard of him.
Okay. Number 3, WWE entrance music.
you serious?
Oh, nerd.
Oh my god.
And then it's just Jelly Roll from there. I wish I was lying. I wish it was a bit. It's
Oh
not.
god.
It's real, bro.
Did you like listen to wrestling entrance music when you're in the shower and stuff?
I like to make an entrance. And if I want to walk to the car listening to Triple H's entrance music, I will.
Time to play the game!
Spit the water out against the car. Or spit the water over the window screen. I just need to fill that up.
That's shocking, that is, mate. Well, I'll rattle through my top songs quickly. Because, again, the top ones aren't a surprise. Number 5, Jealousy, Pale Waves. Number 4, Patio Paradise by the Zingwals. The Zangwils?
What was that?
Zangwils, maybe. Sorry, lads. Number 3, again, Zangwils, Sunlight at Midnight. These are tunes, by the way. And then number 2,
Karma.
Karma.
The song Karma.
Yeah. Number 2 top song of the year was Karma by Taylor Swift. And number 1 was Wildest Dreams by Taylor Swift.
Okay.
So I mean I just wanna put it out there, like it's not, I'm not lying when I say big fan.
He's a mark. Mate, how cold was it in this shed when we first got in here? Well, sorry, shed. Studio.
The studio. We constantly talk about it,
We do.
but with cause today because it is -2 outside. And these walls are quite literally millimeters thick.
They are. I don't even think there's insulation. We're just suffering in here.
It's
That's it if we're going to be chattering.
It nearly came down.
Okay, question.
Come on.
What's the most bizarre way you've ever kept warm?
The most bizarre way I've ever kept warm.
It might seem a bit random, but I've got context.
Probably that time I was camping when I was a teenager. I had a wank. I was sleeping bag. I've told the story on this podcast.
You did. Wanking, of course.
Wanking, keep warm. Friction.
To put things into context, I was speaking to a woman that I work with the other day, and she was like, "Oh, it's cold." It's like we're working in outdoors. She's like, "Oh, cold. It's freezing." I'm like, "Yeah, it is. It's getting unbearable. To be honest, it's December, and it's only going to get colder." Usual work chat. And she says, "Oh, it's almost time for my jack of potatoes." And I thought, wicked. Oh no, it's jack of potatoes. It's a hearty meal. I can't wait for a jacket as well. Actually, I can murder a jacket. And she went, "No, not to eat the jackets." "What do you mean?" She went, "No, when it's cold, I put 2 jacket potatoes in my pockets."
You've been serious.
And then she says to me, she went, "But I had to stop." I went, "Why?" She went, "Because the smell makes me hungry and I eat them." I was howling. She was serious.
That's ridiculous.
A deadpan. Like, greedy. What is it? Hunger? Warmth? Go weight up? Survival instinct.
Jesus Christ.
Mad, isn't it?
I've got another question for you, and it's, I guess, moving more onto the seriousness of this episode. Almost 25 minutes in. Sorry.
It's 25 minutes. Absolute waffle.
Yeah, I guess it's 2023. And times have moved on so much, you know, in such a short amount of time. For men, the man, the big dog.
It's a geezer.
Yeah. I guess, you know, what is being a man to you in 2023? Like, what I guess what's your approach to being a man?
I think it's obviously being just a stand-up guy, being a good dad, being there as an equal to your partner, you know, doing as much as she does, 50-50, down the middle, be there for each other, whether it's chores, whether it's, I don't know, providing. Like, let's just both muck in, be equal, be. What would you say it is?
I mean, I guess it depends on the man, I mean, I've got quite traditional values, I suppose, with what it means to be a man still, even like today. I want to be the provider. Yeah. I want to be that kind of strong patriarch in the family that everyone else looks up to, everyone else kind of depends on. I mean, I'm not because it needs it to be me. I guess it's just the person I am. I kind of want to shoulder that weight and take that kind of burden. I'm not really someone who is about 50-50 in that. Like, I don't really mind taking 70-30 of the load.
Oh, let's start this bit again.
Why?
My answer was so dumb.
No, not at all. Not at all. It's an evolution of the conversation that we're having. Because that is a big part of it. Some people want to be equal. Some people insist on that. Whereas, and it's probably a character flaw with, wanting and not necessarily needing to, but wanting to shoulder a lot more weight and responsibility.
Do you feel pressured, though, in any way?
Not at all. I don't feel pressured in doing things at all because I find joy in it. I find enjoyment in providing for my little family, for doing a lot of, I guess, the work inside the house as well. When I said I have quite traditional, I guess, values in what being a man is, I 100% don't have that view for women. I much prefer to be the one cooking and cleaning. Like 100%. I find modern man.
Modern Dan.
I find massive enjoyment in it. I find it therapeutic. Just getting stuck into doing things like that. I guess the kind of unpaid burdens that there are in the house, those kind of roles. But I've mentioned it before that my kind of biggest fear is not putting my family in a secure enough situation when I'm gone. And maybe that all stems from that, my kind of need and want to be that kind of strong figure for the family. But on that, I did recently get life insurance.
I did.
You did too?
Yeah. Okay. I forgot to pay the road debit though, so I need to sort that back out.
Better not die just yet.
I do think about that because I'm like, I'm not a baller. I'm not in a position where I've got a lot of disposable money, But I feel like it is important. Like life insurance, if you haven't got bank, it's essential.
You're leaving behind.
It goes back to what you said, leaving nothing. I want to do that shit. You want to know that your family's okay. That they've got a bit of extra quid in the bank. So mom doesn't have to stress if something happens.
House is taken care of, bills are taken care of, 100%.
So if anyone hasn't got life insurance, I can't push it enough. No. I'm serious. But
But no, it's an interesting conversation. It's one that we had kind of off air, around, I suppose, what the world thinks of men. Because we put a story out recently asking people to kind of send in their questions of things that they want to know or if because we don't like to talk as men. We don't open up. We don't share many things about ourselves, notoriously.
But we do now.
It's the point of the podcast. So we put a call out to our kind of female listeners to send in any questions that they have about the opposite sex. Don't matter what it is. Don't matter what it's kind of related to. Just an open call.
Literally anything.
Quite literally. The questions that we got back, all of them.
Okay.
Can you guess that what they're all related to? Cocks.
Really?
Cocks.
Cocks, Cocks.
That's a lot of bleeping. Peni.
What's your favourite word for penis?
Depends what mood I'm in. You're gonna take that.
I'm gonna pop up a piece of my dick. The poor old man.
Funny guy.
But anyway, digress. Back to the questions.
But then, yeah, it got me thinking of how everyone else sees us.
Yeah.
And from that story, and the responses that we got back, I just feel like everyone just thinks that we're obsessed with our dicks.
Yeah. We're not.
But I think we are. Not men. Yeah. The world. Everyone is just obsessed with my dick.
Your dick. You got OnlyFans, I don't know about.
Could have. I'll put the link below. No, but it got me thinking. Because funnily, we'll talk about two questions, and so they're both from women. Okay. Very much kind of contradict each other, maybe, or kind of both sides of the coin.
Are we keeping these women anonymous?
Yeah, 100%.
Got you back.
So the first question was, why are men so obsessed with sending dick pics?
Okay.
And I get it. It's a huge issue. Huge issue.
Could be.
Or small issue.
Could be a little issue.
And I think, we obviously can't answer that question. We can only speculate around it. But I think the world, and I'll go back to it, I think the world is obsessed with cocks.
Cocks and everything.
And more so the size of them. Which I think is a huge part of the issue and the argument as well. Hollywood, porn, the music industry. It seems like everyone is obsessed with big dicks.
I don't know where this conversation's going, to be honest.
And it kind of, it drills into you as a man that you need to have a big dick.
Yeah, that's true.
No, 100%. And, you're constantly told, like, oh, it doesn't matter. And it really, really doesn't matter.
Or does it?
Like,
it's how you use it, brother.
But it is. It is. It don't matter. It don't matter what the size of your pipe is. And, it's a partner's preference as well.
Yeah. Like, is it?
But the only thing I can say is that I can speak from a man's perspective, but we've been drilled into so many euphemisms. It's very difficult to get through this conversation.
You might have been drilled, mate.
No, we've been drilled into giving a shit about our dicks. Yeah. And maybe for some people, who and I imagine this question comes from people receiving unsolicited dick pics. Yeah. And I can put it out there. I've never sent an unsolicited dick pic. But I imagine there's an element of power and control that person thinks that they have with their dick. And I can only surmise that that's something that they've developed through the world telling them that their dick is important.
I don't get it. Like, I've never spoke to a woman who has had a dick pic have said, "Oh,
I love them.
what a lovely well, what a nice big dick. Look how handsome he is, standing all tall and pubis." It's rotten. It's rotten as well. You get a face in there. F***ing low angle to make it look bigger. It's big meat rocket. Ooh, it's going to go in your vaginal.
He's looking down. He's got it out, by the way. You can't see.
Toddler under the table.
I'm going to move on before he actually gets it out. But then the reverse to this was a question that we got from a woman again, which was, again, related to dicks and the size of them, which is kind of what we've touched on. The question was, is it true? Is it true that the size of your dick is from the length of your thumb to your tip of your pinky finger? So if you go like this. And even if there's one thing that you get from this episode, it's this science lesson in anatomy.
What are you saying? What about the theory?
That it's true. But it's not the first time that I've heard it. Like a while ago, me and some friends were talking about it.
I've never heard that.
And we all did it. And we're like, it's true.
Sorry. Paint a picture. How many of you did it?
3.
So, all 3 of you got hard.
No, we didn't get it out.
At the urinal. Come on, lads. Let's get hard.
Actually, I was working at a cinema, so I was. It was a particularly quiet evening.
What about popcorn from your cinema?
We were standing behind the popcorn counter. No one was in, and then it's a conversation that came up. And yeah, we were all like, actually, yeah.
Comparing them to the rollover hot dogs. It's mad. But dicks are funny. Get out of the shower, helicopter dick, slapping it against your wet skin.
I guess if anything, we can say that they're funny. But it was fascinating that we got such a comment that, you know, asking why are we so obsessed with our dicks, which is essentially the one was, and then we get another one that basically proved that everyone else is not everyone else, like everyone is obsessed with dick.
Why do we find them so funny? Why is it funny? Look, as blokes, well, majority, everyone I've ever known, you know, it's funny to, he's with babe. He's out.
I don't know whether it is funny, mate. I don't think it is. It's definitely not. If anything, just massively inappropriate.
It is, yeah.
And take it from us, it doesn't matter how big you are, doesn't matter how small you are, it's how you use it.
Or, if you have got a small get good at using your tongue. And that advice is free.
Do what you will.
Got a small become a gecko.
Just don't worry about it. Because there's going to be someone out there who likes your small But yeah, I thought that was interesting to get those responses. Like 100% just focused.
Anyone else get in contact?
Well, but they're all related. I've just picked 2 that I can tailor a conversation around.
Wild.
Just all about pipe.
There's pipe. Wow. Today's podcast was about.
I did submit a answer myself.
Okay.
It was to you.
Right.
MK. What's that mean?
Massive. And that is true.